Previously on the Cheap Bike Build-Off. A man looks at a bike that he was attempting to build on a budget of £130. He failed. It had a lot to do with these handlebars. They were too expensive. Apart from that, he felt like he did a pretty good job. But it wasn't good enough. And we need to go back to the drawing board. Yeah, I got a little bit carried away with that. Should we just head to the garden and try and finish this bike under budget? So as mentioned, the bars are the thing that we need to change to start with. These bars and stem, the Ritchie sub whatever it is, super crusty. I've had it such a long time. I think it came on my Saracen that cost me £10 complete bike. So this is like a couple of quid worth of stem. We're winning. And these bars, they were given to me. I think someone handed to me at a jumble at some point, and they are like just cheapo. I think they're a Rally ones, something like that. They're probably worth £5. So they are like, we're basically like £6 down from 35. That I feel like, yeah, I'm happy about that. So the brake levers are the same levers, but not the same levers. The exact same model, but just some others that I had. The others were still on the handlebars, and they'll probably stay there until they finally become a bike. The brake cable is still inside the lever, and it just stuck right in my finger. That's what that was then. The grips are, well, they're actually quite nice ones. They're these Ergon ones. These are pretty crusty, heavily used ones. A subscriber sent me a bunch of stuff a while ago and included a few sets of grips. I probably wouldn't spend a lot on these now because they're kind of heavily used, so like they're probably low in the budget, probably. Now we move on to one of the best parts, which is the derailleur, which is going to be this crusty XT derailleur. It's going to need some work. After a lot of cleaning product, and my hands started to hurt, to be honest. Like, this was really difficult to do. A sensible person would have actually taken the derailleur apart. It's really easy to do. It's 2 bolts and you can get in there and clean the wheels really easily. I didn't do that, and then I just turned the camera off, and then we ended up with this. I did not do a good job. This was really, really bad, but it was enough that it can now go on the bike and we can make it work. Ish. Kinda. Not gonna lie, I really do like these XT derailleurs. I've got a few more knocking around in the shed, but it does now need a chain for it to work. This chain is... Now when it comes to the limit screws, I've been told several times to do it different ways. I like doing it like this way. I put the chain on, make sure it's the right length, and then basically turn it into the right gear, and then you can physically see the limit that it's going up to that top cog, and then the same the other way. It's a little bit fiddly. It's probably isn't the best way. You probably could just eyeball it without the chain on there, but I feel like actually, and I do often look at it first without the chain and then put the chain on there and do it again like this, but I think it's a good way of doing it. Is it the right way? Is there a right way? Who knows? Let me know down in the comments if you want to. So the pedals are these nuke proof pedals, which these would have retailed I think 30 or 40 pounds, but I got them from Chain Reaction when they went down the toilet for £2. I think that's pretty fair. I love friction shifting. It's one of my favorites. I think generally rapid fire shifting for mountain biking, racing, whatever you're doing that needs to be quick, it is better obviously, but there's something nice if you are a slow paced rider or you're building a nice chilled commuter like this. Like friction shifting is just my favorite, really. For those who haven't used friction shifting before or don't really know what it is, it's essentially the difference is with what we call a normal, more modern current shifters, you click it into a position, you fine tune that position and it always goes into that gear. With friction, you slide it into the best position each time, so it's a little bit more of a feeling thing. You get a little bit more connected to the way the bike rides and it's super satisfying. It really is. There's not a lot to say at this stage, it's just the cabling up, so sit back and watch me struggle. You won't be able to tell I struggle, but I'm probably struggling. Right then, should we go take a look at it? And that brings us to the end of another year of the Cheap Bike Build Off. Massive thank you to Max for starting this in the first place. It really has become my favourite part of the year. It's a really good way to start the year by like a big cumulative build. And seeing everybody's build, there's a few that I've seen that I've been like, oh, I'd like to build something like that, and it just gets you going for the year. And it's the right time for it. It's spring, just before springtime, so like you kind of when you want to start building. So I'm fully inspired to get going for the year. So much so that I've actually been in the garden most of today, going through the shed, tidying up some bikes, pulling some bits apart, rearranging everything, and now I have buckets of parts ready to build up again. There's a few builds that I've been kind of working on anyway, and then a couple that I now want to build thanks to a lot of the inspiration I've got from you guys. But did I manage to come under budget? That's probably why you're here. Simply, yes. My latest calculations of what I kind of put into this, it comes in at £114, which is just over $150, 158, 53, I don't know, just over $150, which I'm stoked on. I'm not going to go through every single part right now. I'm going to put it in the description below, so if you do want to check it out, work out, see if I was honest enough, and maybe even comment below, tell me if you think it makes sense. Do that. I also want to hear from you guys. If you have done a cheap bike build off this year, tag your YouTube channel or your Instagram, wherever you're showing it, down in the comments below, so people can check out, see what you've done. I've seen a ton of them, and I'm going to try and share more on my stories as the week goes on. But it's been amazing. There's some really good bikes this year, and I've had some amazing messages from people as well, saying that they always get really excited about the cheap bike build off. So yeah, thanks Max. This has been a good year. The next few videos should be builds. There's a bunch that I kind of have ready to go, and I just need to start getting onto it. But I do have a video coming out, potentially the next one, so next few days, I don't know when exactly, all about resto mods. People ask me kind of like what the best way to build bikes, and I feel like we've just come off of a cheap bike build off, where it's kind of building it from parts bin, old parts, used stuff and whatever else. But if you have one of these nice 90s, 80s mountain bike frames, some people, including this guy, really likes putting some modern parts on there just to kind of like change things up. So there's a video all about that coming soon. So if that's the sort of thing you're into, and bikes and cycling and crusty things, we're your people. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free and it helps me out a bunch. And if you can't wait to the next one, that one up there is a particularly good one.